Hey guys. So, long time coming. I am doing this live video because I've had many people ask me how my journey started with the She Is Magic book that I'm a part of with 10 amazing other authors. You guys are amazing. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm a believer of Christ, our Lord and Savior. So this whole video is going to incorporate how this season of my life started and how it pertains to the Lord as well. So we all know about the pandemic. So last year, we had been off work a lot, like a whole lot. And so we finally go back to work and it's pretty slow. And one day I am sitting there with my friend Leticia, who's probably not going to see this, but, oh, there's Ez, there's Cher. Hey guys. So we're at work and it's pretty slow. And Leticia decides to tell me that she's a part of this amazing Facebook group. And it's a bunch of women. There's actually many groups about it right now, this type of Facebook group there is, where it's a bunch of women that get together and it's like a pay it forward, but you gift each other. You can go buy Victoria's Secrets, you can go get candy, cookies, whatever you want, and you surprise. You pick a lady and you go to her house, you put the basket or the gift there, knock, and go away. It's pretty amazing how those groups come about. Well, anyways, so, she's like, come on, join it. I'm like, no, that sounds dumb. I don't have time for that. So anyway, she's like, come on, friend, just do it. So I'm like, okay, well, I go to search for this, hey, Alicia, I go to, search for this Facebook group and it's not in my search bar. I'm like, this is so dumb. I'm not even supposed to be doing this. And I was like, well, is it this one? There's a Marsing one. There's a Caldwell one. There's just all these different groups that all these women are a part of. Okay, there's many groups now that are like these groups where the women gift each other and stuff. Okay, and it's all free, just so you know. No joke. It's pretty amazing. So anyways, I was like, well, this is dumb. I can't even find it. So then later on, within the next few days, I tell my friend Shelby about this group that Leticia is a part of. And Lord and behold, Shelby can find it. So I get even more butthurt. I'm like, what in the actual heck is going on? Well, I go and tell Leticia, I'm ranting about it. I'm like, this is so dumb. Like, how come I can't be a part of this Facebook group? Well, she's like, friend, I'm just going to message the administrator. I'm like, they're not going to respond. Well, the administrator had a hard time figuring out why I could not be accepted on this group or whatnot. She's like, well, how old are you? And I'm like, 38. She's like, oh, well, it's because you have a combined Facebook with your husband. But either way, I got approved, okay? So the point of that is, do you see how long, hey, Alicia, do you see how long, like, the process was for me to be a part of this group? It was incredible. Like, at the time, though, there's a kicker to this. At the time, though, it didn't make sense to me why it was so hard to get on this Facebook group. Well, a few days goes by, I'm accepted, I welcome myself to the group, I take a picture of myself, put all my likes and dislikes on it, and bam, I get home. Well, the kids text me and say, oh my gosh, Nicole, there's this beautiful basket at home waiting for you. I'm like, no way. I get there, and my very first dust, that's what you call it, was from a girl named Misty Rose. Misty's amazing. So I'm just blown away. I'm like, wow, this is like too good to be true. Wow, I just keep going back to them thinking how this all started. So within a few weeks, I get more baskets. I'm dusting, I'm meeting these girls. I'm really picky who's on my Facebook. But there's a few that you could just tell, like, these are amazing women and they're empowering. So Misty, of course, was my first friend from one of these groups that I added to my Facebook. There's other girls, Misty Plain. There's so many. But either way. So after having Misty on my Facebook, I notice, wait a second, she's posting all these things about a book. I'm like, do I know an author? Like, have I had the opportunity to like befriend an author? I'm like, how crazy is that? Well, Misty was part of, so the She Is Magic books, they are a series. They are a collaboration of, I think there was one with men as well, but I'd have to go back and look. But there's a collaboration of men and women who are sharing their stories of darkness or trauma, life experiences, and they got together and they just bring so much magic to this world, like healing. And I'm a recovering addict. I've been to prison, I've been to jail. So, I mean, these books were like, wow, I need to hear these. Well, either way, I messaged Misty. I'm like, wow, girl, you wrote a book. And I was like, this is crazy. I want to read it. And she's like, well, it's not just me. It's all these other amazing women as well. I'm like, sign me up. Well, she made a post one day that said, I can't remember exactly what it was, so don't quote me, but asking, hey, for like today only, I can send you a copy of the book through Amazon Kindle. She did. And I got through that book and was just like in shell shock. I absolutely loved it. And I'm like, what an amazing thing it would be to be a part of something so precious and empowering. Well, she's like, you can be a part of it. I'm like, yeah, right. No way. No, there's just no way. And I knew it was going to be too good to be true. Well, she's like, I'm going to hook you. She's like, I'm going to get a hold of the publishing company and we're going to send you the information and see what you think. I get the email, Blair Hayes Publishing, phenomenal people, phenomenal. And I start reading the email and I get down to the bottom. I'm like, yikes, not right now, not during a pandemic. I cannot afford this. Anyway, I got a hold of Blair. I'm like, thank you so much for thinking of me. Thank you. I'm like, but right now I can't. Hi, Kara. Amazing woman right there. Here's the incredible part. I don't want to cry. On January 1st, first day of 2021, everyone kept saying, I just want 2020 to be over. Not me. God had answered so many prayers in my life, had changed me so much. But think about this. January 1st, there's a knock at my door. But I didn't hear it. But I heard the dogs barking. And I get a ting, and it's a Facebook notification or message. And it is from Misty Rose. Misty Rose says, did you check your door? And I said, no. I'm like, I'm going to go. So I ran to the door. I got this big, amazing basket. Again, first day of 2021, mind you. Let's keep that in the back of your head right there, or the forefront. And I'm looking through all the goodies, just astonished. And then there's this card. And in this card, it says, I want to gift you the opportunity to be in She Is Magic, yes. Sorry. I'm so sorry. So I just couldn't believe it. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like, my daughter's there and I'm like, this is not serious. Like, no one, a stranger who doesn't even know me, barely knows me, just gifted me this most precious gift. Like, is this serious? And, it was serious. So, after the shell shock, and the shell shock didn't end till like maybe a month ago still, because I was like, wow, someone did this for me. And again, I won't quote, but I'm like, I can't believe you did this, Misty. I just absolutely cannot believe you just gave me a spot in that book. and that Blair Hayes Publishing allowed me to be in it. Thank you. I had no intention on crying. But I'm crying because throughout this whole time, I'm stopping and I'm thinking about how God has worked in my life. So Misty had told me, I'm like, is this serious? Like, are you seriously doing this for me? She's like, it's yours. It is all yours. And she had said that throughout the months of like watching me and seeing my interactions on Facebook and just the person I am in my heart, that she just felt that I would be perfect for this journey with Blair Hayes and all the other women. So for the part with my faith and with my walk with God, thank you, Sheridan. I love you. And Blair and Kara, all of you. I lost my train of thought there for a second. So when I pertain my faith and I think about, in my life, every time I get a step closer to God's purpose or anything that the Lord has planned for me, because I surrendered last year. When the pandemic hit, I was like, I have no control. Like, I just need to quit trying to control things and let God do his work in my life. If I were to lose my house, I'll lose it. I'll go live in a teepee as long as I'm alive. If I lose my car, I'll walk. Like, I was done stressing. And the moment I surrendered, I'm human, so it took I was trying like not to pull back a little bit, but we're good at that. But the second I surrendered and absolutely said, the only person that can help me at this time in my life is God. And my mother and people my whole entire life said, Barbie, that's my nickname, just so everyone knows. Growing up, I don't like going by it, but hey, my sister still calls me B, and that is fine. That is perfectly fine because I love it. But everyone would say, Barbie, like, God's going to provide. God's going to make a way. And it was so cliche. And I can't even begin to express to you, like, when I tell you that God has like not wasted a second and unanswered prayer, nothing this year. In 2020, I started a relationship with my sister, and the chapter will talk about that. My children, loving myself, are starting that healing process. All those years of my addiction and, subconsciously, since my father had died, I would just subconsciously, whether I was in a bathroom or wherever breaking down, I'd say, Daddy, I just want to hear your voice. I just want to see your smile. And 3 weeks ago at like 4 a.m, there was a 22-second video sent to me. And when my daddy was killed, their technology was just like coming forth, you guys. Like, I seriously I thought it was impossible. It would be impossible. It would take an act of God for me to ever have an answered prayer to see my dad smile, his voice, anything again. Guess what? That got answered. I haven't seen my grandparents since my youngest was like 10. I'm going in 2 weeks. I have a spot in a book. Like, let's backtrack to my dearest friend, Leticia. When she started that group, you guys, and I'm a full believer, Satan was doing everything in his power. He did not want me on that group. Like I said, Leticia could get on it. I searched it, couldn't find it. Shelby got on it. Lord and behold, I was going to get on that group, and I knew there was a reason for it. And it all came about with Misty Rose and Blair Hayes Publishing. And that is my story on how this journey started with She Is Magic, yes. I have so many friends on my Facebook who are living proof of recovery does work. And I know there's many of you on here that want the opportunity to share your story, your trauma, your abandonment, all of that. And I know the perfect spot for you to do that. So when you are ready, I promise you, I know an amazing woman and amazing women who will guide you on that path. I'm so honored, you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did not think I was worthy enough for something like this. And I'm just so proud of myself. People tell me all the time they're proud of me, but I am proud of me. And I'm so thankful that I can leave something for my children. It was important for me to be more than just a recovering addict. I wanted to give my children, I wanted to show my kids that there's more to this life than just the bare minimum. If you want something, you can do it. And I have 6 amazing kids. And anything is possible with God and if you believe in yourself. And I want to tell, and another answered prayer. My sister's mom. She was always a special part of my life. And just last week, she reached out to me. So don't give up if you're in a hard spot. Just know that you will get through this. You will find your magic again. I love each and every one of you. And Blair Hayes and Misty Rose, I love you both to death. I love all you people who have supported me. You're amazing. Just a few more days. And the last 6 years of my recovery will be free for you to read. And I am determined nothing will stop me from working with Blair in the future because there is so much more. And I know it is my purpose to help other people. I can feel it in my bones. So, you guys, I love you. And I'm so excited for She Is Magic, Yes, and all the other women and their amazing stories of healing and empowerment in life. On Tuesday, you can get our book on the e-Kindle or Amazon Kindle for 99 cents. Amazing. Take it with you wherever you go. I love you, Blair. And like a few days, maybe a week or two, I will be ordering the copies of the books in bulk. So I will have links for you guys to copy or post and let me know if you would like to get one from me. I love you too, Kara, more than life itself. I'm so excited, you guys. I could just keep rambling on. That's one thing my dad used to always tell me. You have a jaw for gabbing or whatever it was. Like, I just love to talk. Love to hear myself talk too. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I love you all. My phone says the temperature of your phone is too hot. All right, I love you guys. And yes, Sheridan, I will sign it. There will be signed copies too. I love each and every one of you. Please know that anything is possible. Love you guys. Bye.